In 1973, a decision was made which dramatically affected the safety of children in what should be the safest place on earth, their mother's womb.
Before I walked in here a year ago, I had an abortion. I was too far into my addiction that instead of stopping, I went harder, and I didn't know if I could bear what would happen if that baby was messed up because of me. I cried the entire time I went in there. Like, it was awful. It sucks, but I mean, it's one of those decisions where you can't take it back. After I had the abortion, I couldn't even look at pictures of babies. Like, I felt guilty, so guilty.
Each of these mothers and babies were created in God's own image. However, abortion attacks God's image and traumatizes both mother and baby.
I see life at a very young age, and with that, those little babies in the womb, there's a little circle, like a halo over their head. And we are created in the image of God. It's just a confirmation to me when you take a camera inside the womb.
Each person is created by God in God's image. That we don't know exactly what it is about people that represents God's image, but it is a miraculous event where it takes a mother and a father and God to create a person. And that intention on God's part for each person to be here is just very special. The image of God is also present in each of the mothers that we see, and that really drives how we treat them and everything that we do here at the clinic to emphasize the value that they have. And they are worthy of being treated with honor and respect and care and love.
When you talk about the image of God, the two things that definitely have to come to mind is love. Everyone should be treated with love. Everybody who comes in here, no matter who they are, and also respect. We're not here to judge.
By offering real medical care, authentic education, and genuine compassion, women in our community are able to make informed decisions regarding the life of their babies.
It's my joy to coordinate all the aspects of the functioning of the pregnancy clinic.
I sit down with clients and discuss and get information from them, and I am there when they read their pregnancy test.
I believe it's very important with the job I do at the clinic in saving babies' lives, because I see firsthand their reaction when they see that baby's heart beating, and that is life-saving.
I didn't know what I was going to do. I was scared. I didn't know what to expect.
Salem came in, and I was the person that sat down with Salem and discussed her life and her situation and got information from her. And I was there when she took her pregnancy test, and she read it as positive. She did not feel that she was prepared to raise another child. She already had one young child at home.
They told me I was pregnant. I cried. I was in shock. I didn't know what I was going to do.
She was 100% against abortion, but she was considering it because her life situation, she did not think it would be, she could have a healthy child, it wouldn't be good for her or the baby. We discuss the options, the pros and the cons for adoption, parenting, and abortion. When I spoke to Salem about that, Salem said that she could not have this child because of her life situation. These are something that we can show to the client that shows the stage of the baby that they're carrying. So Salem, although she was abortion-minded, she came into the room and was taking pictures of these life models. One thing that really struck me though is she was considering abortion for this baby she was pregnant with, and yet she loved and adored her small child at home, and she showed me a video of him.
When I first came into the women's clinic, I was scared and alone. Still didn't know if I was going to keep it because I was in my addiction.
I think the ultrasound was really the turning point.
I have seen women go from, I don't know what to do. I have children at home, going to be kicked out of my home if I don't have an abortion today. And not knowing what to do as an ultrasound tech, I prayed. When I met Salim, when she came for her ultrasound, I thought she had a lot on her mind, very concerned about her decisions, what to do in her pregnancy, and my heart just went out to her. How can I help her, Lord, in this experience? And I knew it would be Him that would have to intervene and be that guiding light for her, as well as showing her that baby. So it was a beautiful experience. I felt bonded to her, definitely, under all her circumstances, and I knew God could work them out. I've seen it over and over again, and in hopes that I could bring her hope and that she would choose life.
We call the volunteers that go along for the ultrasounds a chaperone. And I ended up being the one to chaperone Salim's ultrasound.
When I came back in for the sonogram, I saw the baby and it made me want to keep it. When I saw that image, it brought tears to my eyes. Seeing that image made coming in here absolutely the best idea I could have done for myself and for my children. The sonographer, she's amazing. She's so sweet. She made it even to the point where helped me make my decision to keep my baby. She let me see every part I wanted to see on the sonogram.
When Salim showed up for her ultrasound, she was anxiously waiting for the baby's father to show up. And it didn't work out, but we were able to tell her, that's okay, we're gonna go ahead and do the scan today, and we'll make an appointment next time the sonographer is here for him to come and see the ultrasound himself.
Salim came in for a second time, and immediately I could sense the peace over her and more acceptance coming to her about her pregnancy. She had her boyfriend coming in alongside as well, and it just was a whole different positive experience. It was wonderful to see them engaging, connecting with that baby, and making choice for life. I believe that God purposefully had a plan for me to be in her life, and actually it was my first day at the clinic when I met her, and I believe it was a divine appointment that I was meant to come, a confirmation that I was to be here and to serve her.
There was a huge change in her heart by the time she came back for that second ultrasound. She knew she was going forward with the pregnancy, but it was a great opportunity to share with him so that he could have that same assurance.
The clinic itself is wonderful and great for mothers who are scared and struggling, or just need guidance and support. They take care of you and your babies. The parenting classes are helpful here at the clinic. The Bridges meetings are enjoyable, and they're helpful for mothers. You can earn baby bucks for things you need for your kids. They've made having a baby, a newborn, a lot easier. The Mommy and Me Market has been able to support pretty much anything I need for my children.
When we understand that, lives can change. We can change our behaviors. We can walk in Christ and not go back to a behavior that maybe wasn't what God intended.
We just need to take a few steps towards Him, and He'll wrap His loving arms around us.
My spiritual growth with God has become stronger, and I want to walk with Him. I'm going to get baptized on September 18th. Situations aren't as difficult as they would be if I were still using. I didn't know how I was going to care for a second baby, but it came naturally. Everything's starting to fall into place. I'm grateful to be here now with all these wonderful women who support you and love you and guide you into the best you can be. I really am appreciative of you guys. Now I have the most amazing baby boy. I couldn't imagine my life without him.
When I see Cassius smile when he sees Salim's face, it just melts my heart.
I love waking up to my child's face. The love that that little boy shows me and the smiles that he has makes it all worth it. Children are a blessing. They love me, and I'm grateful I came to the Ramona Pregnancy Clinic. I'm doing better, and I'm on my feet again, and I'm happy. I'm very happy now.
Thank you for joining us in protecting God's image in them.